The next day, Segun reviewed his notes. He wanted to switch to sports, but had to handle 2 more crime scenes. While reporting, he was informed the female victim had died from poisoning. Segun froze. His producer yelled in his ear to keep talking, but he was already slipping into shock. A few weeks later, while at the movies, Jahid brought up seeing Segun on the news and said he seemed different while covering the girl's poisoning. Segun admitted he wasn't at his best. Jahid asked, "Don't you think I recognize a Bondo?" Before Segun could respond, he got a call. Newsline 24 reported Vincent Robin's death, suspected foul play. Segun shared the news with Jahid, and both men turned to look at each other, shocked. They tried to focus on the movie, but the room suddenly felt different. A few days later, Segun asked Jahid what the word Bondo meant. Jahid called it a fraud, a pretender, a liar. He asked Segun about his true motive for the Lagos killings. Segun hesitated and asked for clarification. As Jahid continued talking, Segun briefly pulled the phone from his ear to answer a fast text. Jahid explained Segun's reaction was not anxiety, but the struggle to resist killing again. Later that night, Jahid added, "A killer knows another killer." Segun confessed Zainab's deception as she saw another man in secret. He knew her routine and her preference for drinking. She sipped, her head tilted and dropped, and she was gone. And the other 2. One was a news anchor trying to transfer to the station where Segun worked with a strong chance of taking his spot. The other was a woman who got too nosy and had to move on. Segun asked Jahid why he killed. Jahid said the killing gave him control. He admitted being part of a rural enforcer group and wanting to make them proud. He found killing Vincent satisfying. When Segun asked for his kill count, Jahid said 3, just like him. The following morning, tied at 3 kills each, Jahid suggested a tiebreaker. He brought up the second job Segun once mentioned, driving rideshare, and proposed a deadly competition. Each of them would pick up a passenger and kill them in a secluded area. That evening, while at the warehouse, Jahid pulled out a knife. Segun had never killed with one before. Jahid urged him to kill without mercy or hesitation. Amped up, Segun brandished his knife forward, matching Jahid's energy. Jahid urged him to slice the man for Nigeria's pain, Zainab's lies, and life itself. He instructed Segun to face the victim. Segun laughed, saying Jahid was getting him too hyped for the kill. He turned to the man, held the knife to his nose, and told him to smell the stink before slicing his neck. Not long after, it was Jahid's turn. He told Segun to watch his work and kept talking, building up the moment. Impatient, Segun snapped, "Just kill, bro." Jahid grinned and said, "Watch me," admiring the victim before killing. Jahid suggested Segun's last story as a crime reporter should be about this double murder. The following morning, Segun reported 2 unidentified men found dead at the warehouse. Viewers expected a routine case, but Segun surprised everyone by connecting the murders to Jahid and revealing his past with a rural enforcer group. A few hours later, Jahid called. He praised the report and invited Segun for a drink. Segun encountered police when he stepped outside. Jahid had submitted a voice recording from the night of the killing, suspecting Segun would betray him. By the next morning, both men were deported to face charges in their home countries. Jahid smiled, representing his old network proudly. Segun cried under the weight of everything. Meanwhile, back in Lagos, Zainab's loved ones watched the broadcast, armed and waiting. One man said, "Make sure this is his final broadcast," before calling a friend who worked at the same detention center where Segun would be held.